1Cover can suck it. 1Cover are insanely shit, pathetic company which shouldn't be in business. 1Cover insurance are absolutely muppets who are jeopardizing the lives of many because of their pure incompetence for their back-end systems and their lack of empathy for customer service. I could say that. I could say that they are horrendously, idiotically shit at their job. I could say basically a raccoon on the side of the road could offer me better insurance than 1Cover. I could say that, but I won't. Because I'm not over emotional. I don't have beef like that. I'm not, petty. I have feelings. I'm not going to go and attack them and say they shouldn't be in business and they're just horrendous customer service, which just they should be decommissioned from even be able to offer insurance to try and help people. Not saying that. I could, but I'm not. Let me tell you my story with 1Cover. So I've been trying to figure out as well how to do this video, because it's like this is a full troll without trolling. This is just, I always feel a responsibility. If something's good, I'm going to say it's good. If something's shit, I say it's shit. And now I have had something so insanely shit that I'm feeling I'm either about to get sued after this video, or I want to sue someone after this video. Either way, I'm not sure. Lawyers are probably involved. Aaron, Cam, get ready. Okay, so context. I have used 1Cover insurance for years, probably over a decade. They have been, to this point, insanely amazing. I'm an incredibly loyal person. Like, I am talking about, I am so idiotically loyal when people have my back that I have theirs, like to the flipping death. But these guys now potentially could have been death, and they didn't. It wasn't a two-way street. So it's time to move on. So I've used it for over 10 years. I've got some notes here because I need to just kind of work through this, because I don't want to say anything incorrect, because I know they're going to watch this, so stuff you guys if you're looking. But I do want to, just from a customer's perspective on the other side of the fence, going through the journey, I wanted to document it all because I knew that this wasn't right. So I've always been on 1Cover, always been great. I've got a few little notes here. But come January 1st, something happened. So I had to extend my insurance, being over here in the States, to try and get back to New Zealand. The reason why I had to extend it, I'm going through my visa process here at the moment, and obviously with flights and stuff going back to New Zealand, I had to get a stamp for my visa, which I'm still waiting for to be able to fly back to New Zealand. So they said, no worries, and a lady that helped me was super epically amazing, straight back through, got the quote through, clicked it, extended it for 90 days, sweet. I then was supposed to go back again. I've had about 5 trips I was supposed to back to New Zealand. Then I had a big project that I was going to be working on in January back in New Zealand for a big TV show thing, and went to extend it again. Visa didn't come through, my stamp didn't come through in time, so I had to cancel it. So flights booked back, had to cancel it. Now they extended it for 90 days, and then when 90 days was up, and I said, hey, I'm still waiting for the stamp to fly back over. Can you please reply back? Now it turns to a shit show. So the goal here is I am a current customer, currently overseas, wanting to extend my insurance. The last time I'd quickly emailed back, got it through, done, dialed, sweet. Okay, so email number 1. Hey, I'll say insert first name here. Can I please extend this a further 90 days? My visa stamp still hasn't come through, so I obviously can't get back into the country. This is 20 days ago. Let's because what's the date today? Let's just work on dates so we know. Yeah, 20 days. Okay, cool. 20 days ago. No reply. Bit weird. Next day. Hey, is this possible to please confirm, please? 19 days later. No reply. Next day. So now we've gone. So no, on the next day, then I rung up and I said, hey, it went straight to like some automated voice message, which wasn't working. It was super weird. And then I had to get. I rang up the insurance, the emergency line. I said, hey, I'm currently a customer of yours. I'm currently now uninsured because your team won't reply back to me. Can you please get them to reply back? It's like, oh, sorry. They've cut off their phone lines to be able to talk to anyone in person. I said, I'm sorry, what? I said, yeah, they're only working off email. So I said, so I'm trying to give them money to extend my insurance, but I can't talk to them. They're like, yeah. I'm like, and can you talk to them? They're like, no. So how am I supposed to pay? Oh, you have to email them. I was like, well, I've done that for 2 days, so already that's the first thing there. They automated their video, their calls off, so you can't actually talk to the customers. Shithouse, Muppet move, especially if people want to give you flipping money. Because the last time literally was like, hey, here's the thing, click the link, done, and it was done in about a minute. Didn't happen. So 18 days ago, fine. Can I please extend this again? Next day, so now we're up to email 4, 3 phone calls in, no reply. And then, so then 15 days ago, team, I've been ringing with no luck. Can you please confirm the new quote for the additional 3 months ASAP? I'm now uninsured. No reply. I rang up again and I said, hey, I'm now 5 days over uninsured. What's flipping going on here? They said, we'll expedite this straight away. I was like, cool. Well, flipping, let's get onto it quick. And then I replied back next day. So now we're on to email 6. Team, I've been calling and emailing for days with no luck. What's going on? No reply. And then, 13 days ago, I get a reply. To make sure you're eligible, they replied. To make sure, so this was, just to be clear, a week later, 6 emails, 3 phone calls later, I get 1 email back. To make sure you're still eligible to take out our overseas insurance policy, could you please confirm you have attempted to return home to New Zealand? Which I've already done with the cancelled flights, and I've explained that. So, yep, I have no booking now as it was just the credit, as my visa was still held up here. Can you please send through the quote ASAP? I've been waiting now for a week. So now I'm a week overdue, still not hooked up, shit show. Team, why is this not sorted yet? I've been ringing email a week. What is the quote to extend? No reply. So email number 8. Can you email me, please, team? What's the extension of the quote? I've been trying to get an answer with no support whatsoever, and no one will answer their phones. This is becoming extremely unprofessional. This is email number 8. No reply. Please call me ASAP. This is my phone number. No reply. This is 10 days ago. So now we're into 10 days deep, 10 emails, 4 phone calls, and still nothing. Next day, and then I rang up the emergency number and said, hey, I'm going to go public with this tomorrow. Can you flip and just get someone to flip and call me so I can give you money so I can be insured, because it's now 10 days of insured. Then they reply, said, hey, we attempted to contact on the number we have on file, my New Zealand number, which isn't on right now because I gave them my American number to ring me. As advised by my colleague last week, in order to, we would have to confirm you had attempted to return back to New Zealand with the last 6 to 3 months. It's like, I've already sent you the flipping flights of the cancelled flight when I had to go back in January, so it's already there under my file already if you just flipping looked at it. Breathe. Blah, blah, blah. Our resident already overseas policies can only be purchased whilst overseas during a journey that you have not been able to return home. However, their terms and conditions. It's like, yes, because on my flight you've already extended already because all my information's on there. Next. So I sent back again, please call me ASAP. And I've sent them the flights, the information, and all my info for it. No reply back. 11th, no reply. Another email. Here's my last flight back. Again, sent it through again. And already had done for another date. Please call me back. Nothing. 10 days ago, another one. Also then updated my attached immigration status thing for them as well. Still no reply back. Next day, can you please call me to sort? No reply back. So now I'm up to email 14 days into it. It's now been 24 hours and I'm 11 days unsure, so 11 days. Why has this not been done? Can you please email me the quote for the additional 90 days? No replies. So now we're 12 days into it. Team, this is now a joke. I'll be if I don't get a call, I'll be escalating this publicly. This is beyond unacceptable. It's been 10 days with multiple lack of customer service or care for a customer that's already overseas, uninsured now through you, and unable to even pay for this insurance. Ridiculously pathetic, and all comms have been time-stamped, obviously. So now I'm pissed. We're 2 weeks into this bullshit, right? And I sent them my number again, and then I got one more reply. So basically 2 emails and 14 days of calling. And then he says, hey, we're still not able to advise if we can offer you cover, even though I'm already covered and they've already extended it. Are you looking to extend your time in the States? No shit, flippin' Sally. We've covered that flippin' before. What are we flippin' doing here? Yes, shit show, yes. Which I've already done. And can we also have a copy of the credit to view your flights were cancelled? I've already sent you the flights. We've already talked about this. I've rang you a million times and you won't ring back. I said, please call me to sort. 4 days ago, no reply. Another email. So now we're up to email 20. Call. Another 4 emails of this is bullshit, blah, blah. Yesterday, stuff it. It was like, team, do not bother returning my call. I've gone elsewhere. I would like an official reply to your team's response considering my case. I'm giving you the opportunity to privately to address. Please take accountability, and I'm giving you a chance to try and make it right. If I don't hit back within 24 hours, I'll be escalating my experience with all comms attached. This is that experience. So, 1Cover. You flippin' pathetic muppet pieces of shit. I could say that, but I'm not. I could. It's horrendously bad. The end of the day for me is this. I could not pay them, could not reach them, They turned off their phone lines and they left me uninsured overseas for over 3 weeks with this shit. And I had a trip to Tahoe and all sorts of stuff, and my stubbornness should have jumped over earlier, which I didn't. So, but I will say this, I've tried to reach out to a bunch of their team on LinkedIn stuff, no replies, except for one. I got returned an email back from the ex-COO of the business who hadn't updated his profile. He's a flipping good bastard. And I just said, hey, I'm having a shit show with your business. What's the go here? He replied back and said, like literally, the guy who doesn't even work for them anymore replied to me back and said, super sorry you had a bad time. Here's a bunch of information, blah, blah, blah. I got more support from the ex-COO of this company direct on LinkedIn through a private message than I have through the 25 different flipping emails I've sent, the phone calls and everything else. Now, where this is sketchy is this, and I don't feel bad at all for saying it. If something happened to me during this time because they couldn't think, I would have been stuffed, right? Now, should I have approached this differently and just straight away on that same day gone elsewhere? Yes, but I've had 10 years of great customer experience with this company. I've had 10 years of awesomeness, 10 years of good times, of safety. I've had a few little accidents and stuff, and they've hooked it up and helped me out. Flipping great. But something happened from January 1st with 1Cover, and something happened to the fact where, as a customer and consumer, it is now literally could be life or death, and the fact of not even be able to communicate with them is so dangerous from a customer's perspective that that's why it needs to get called out. So so two things. One, I've moved on to someone else. I'm not going to say who it is publicly just yet, because I think if there's a New Zealand, it's not even a New Zealand company. That's the on Truthfit. I'm now insured by not a New Zealand company, which pisses me off because I want to be supporting New Zealanders. So if there's a New Zealand insurance company out there who would like to flip and partner with me and have me shout from the rooftops how flipping epic and good you are for other people, great, because these flipping 1Cover guys clearly don't have you back. When you have a customer service experience which sends 24 emails, multiple calls to the emergency line, no sales support, and not even the ability to be able to give them money to keep me insured, and then when they reply back, not even look into my account to see all the context there with everything they'd already asked for days and days in advance, purely unacceptable, and it's just really unsafe, right? When you're traveling, safety is paramount, and it's super sad to see a business like this that I've had such a great experience for fall over in such a bad way. And then after multiple emails, and literally the last one was last night because I was very emotional, I just said, hey team, I'll be going to public tomorrow with my experience. This is highly unfortunate, because it is. They've been amazing for me for 10 years, and something's happened this last little bit, and it's leaving people unsafe. It's leaving people with the possibility of huge exposure financially, and it's leaving people in really vulnerable situations. And when you've got a company that's supposed to be having your back, this is the last thing from it. So to wrap this thing off, 1Cover, our time is done. 1Cover, you can, I highly recommend you looking back to the genesis of where you started, this great company that you built, which has now turned into a shit show, which is highly unempathetic and highly kind of sketchy. Your business is shit. Like, I've got the timestamps of all of the emails, all of the correspondence. I've just flipping read out to you there, flipping 25 of them or whatever the shit is, plus all my calls that have been time logged here. So to the company, I think this is a sad day for you. And for everyone listening, do not use 1Cover ever. They will not have your back. They are horrendously shit and will not even answer your flipping phone call to take your flipping money. Kooky. And to any New Zealand insurance companies, I would love to just give you my money instead of someone else overseas who I've had to then go with directly because I'm already overseas for it. So that's the context. The company that was a shit house to me is called 1Cover, and our time is done. And I think my rant is over, and I think I'm out of here. So that's it. But I do need to give props to the ex-COO who doesn't. I got more support from the ex-COO of the company who doesn't even work there anymore, with details, information, even phone numbers to try and get to, than anyone else. And he doesn't even work there anymore. So you've stuffed it. You can piss off. You're sketchy, and we'll no longer be doing business together. So vent over. Sorry, team. I did not want to do this, but I felt I had to. I felt I had to because I've always liked to be honest and truthful with any of my experiences. And when it's good, I say it's flipping good. And when it's bad, I will 100% say it. So this is me upfronting it. But at the end of the day, this is unsafe. Unsafe practice, unsafe business, not cool, and very bad. So if you're on 1Cover now, cancel it, go with someone else. If you're a New Zealand insurance company that can offer better, or that actually has a flipping customer line where I can pay people, flipping holler out. And to the business itself, I would look back in the mirror and think about where you've gone wrong to have a situation like this where if you think it's acceptable for 24 emails and multiple calls to the emergency line and still not being able to get a reply, even though you've got all the information, if you think that that's acceptable, then I suggest you might be in the wrong business. And I think you need some big shake-ups internally. So when you see this, you can reach out to me, try and make it right. Flipping great. If not, stuff you guys, because this is shit. I could say that, but I won't. Obviously, I'm not emotional, pretty reasonable-headed, and my rant is done. Bye, team. See you soon. 1Cover. Stuff you. I'm sorry, what was that?